Hey guys, and welcome back to my chaotic garden. It's Dee here, and I encourage you to watch my channel so that you can grow and learn with me. Gardening is tons of fun, but also there's lots of fails, and my mission here is to encourage you never to give up, to get your hands dirty, to fill your cup, to just have fun in the garden, and to realize that it is a process and it doesn't just happen overnight. My dog is in the garden bed squishing all my newly planted seedlings, so let's go and get her out of there. Venus, come Venus. Okay, it's not always as easy as that to get her out, and she does seem to enjoy that garden bed for some reason. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to come along this crazy journey with me as I learn and as I fail and don't give up and keep going, please do subscribe to my channel so that we can share the fun of gardening together. My methods are not the perfect methods. They are not what other professional gardeners will tell you to do. I mean, not saying that I don't follow some of those rules. I do, of course. But I'm kind of more a trial and error person as opposed to study and do it perfectly this way. Life is busy, things are happening all the time, and I don't always get to come into the vegetable patch or to the flowers, but I enjoy both of them. So I'm making it work for me as I need it to work. And obviously I have to improve on some of my methods, and I have to do some things properly and by the book, but other things just happen as and when I need them to, and that's how it's going to stay, because I need to get joy out of this space. I need to have this as a place where I come to unwind and for my mind to quieten down, to put my thoughts back into perspective, kind of thing, and that's what the garden does for me. So it's never going to be a perfect science. There's always going to be stuff lying around in my garden, much to my husband's disgust. But today I thought I would fill his cup by going around the front garden at least, and tidying up a few things. And I thought I would take you along with me just to see the transformation from the bags that are lying here to no bags lying here. So this is the imperfection of my garden, and along with the chaos of some of the methods that I use, this is also why I refer to my garden as being a little bit more chaotic than some of the other people that I know and follow. So that yesterday late afternoon, when it had cooled down, I was clearing out and the bag just lay there. Here is my little container that I have been popping worms into as I find them on the brassicas, and I thought I would make some rocket pesto yesterday, but when I got to pulling the leaves off the stalks, my rocket is covered in worms, and as we speak I can see one right there. Not sure if I'm zooming in correctly. So there are a lot of those on here. So I have popped a couple into my little container, but I will have to continue to go through that and see if I can get rid of more. And this is obviously why these have not survived very long. But my lettuce is looking good, and I must get those out before those worms start attacking there. Look at this though. All over there, some more of my chaos. Planted some more carrots up yesterday, hoping third time's the charm. I'm usually good at sowing carrots into the garden, but for some reason they're not germinating this season. But look, what I'm trying to show you are all the little zinnia seedlings that are popping up all over the place here. So we'll have another pop of that gorgeous color very soon. This compost and potting soil and some trays, definitely going to find a nice comfy home for them. Tomato trellis in the background needs to be put away. A random pole sticking out of the tree stump, not sure why that's there. and I would like to neaten this area up here as well. But while we're walking around here, some more zinnia seedlings that are going to pop soon. Look at this beautiful colored rose. How stunning is that? So this tree stump, I've quite enjoyed it as a feature in the garden, but it is slowly decaying, and this beautiful hole in the middle is where I put lots of leaves and weeds and things to slowly compost as the tree composts and decays. And then my thought process is that this area around here is going to be extremely rich and fertile very, very soon by the looks of things. All right. Another random, not the dog, but that, and a few other things around the garden that need to be tidied up. So come along with me as we clean. Gardening with a nosy dog does make life more interesting. I have geckos. Ew. I have some bone meal and some bags and some plant and veg fertilizer and some dirt. So pop that up there. To find the lids for these. Make love. But the idea is to bury it below the ground, and then you put your kitchen scraps and things inside there, and the worms come, and then when it's full you pop it out and spread the compost in that bed. So I think I am going to do it again. I'm going to drill these holes bigger, and we're going to see if that troubleshooting works. Yeah, some nice bags, throwing away all my mess. Might clean up this a little bit into these bags. I found a spade, and in an ideal world I will always put everything back in these new little places, but it is not an ideal world, and I know that I just won't do that. Why? I don't really have an answer as to why. I start a project, and then you get like so involved in the project, and then you're like satisfied with what you've done, but you're exhausted at the end of it. So you just go, well, I just go, okay, well, that doesn't look too bad there, I'll just leave it. But that does look bad there, so we won't be leaving that there today. The aim of today is to tidy up and make everything look fantastic. So this pile of leaves that I have here does tend to compost quite quickly, but I'm going to put some gloves on and I'm going to pop some of it into the tree trunk, just so that it looks a little bit neater. That is having everything where it should be. Do you find that you often lose a glove? I often find that when we have two sets of gloves, I always lose one. So here I have two sets of gloves, but they are both for the right hand. So we are just putting the wrong one on the wrong hand. Shove it in. Saves me walking around the house. Lazy gardening. Whatever works is what I say. Wow. Wonder what kind of fungi that is. Look at that. Dun, dun, dun. Look at how healthy that is. You see, there is method to my madness. Look how, oh, it's delicious. I need to scoop it from here and put it in my garden beds. Some parts of the trunk are falling apart really easily. And there's definitely some kind of a fungi growing in here. But this is just gorgeous. And there is a whole bunch happening under the soil here. Look at that. Look at all that activity. Oh, that is good stuff happening right there. Look at that earthworm. There's a whole bunch of happiness happening right here by this tree stump, which I really do enjoy, but it won't be here forever. These genuinely seem to have doubled overnight. Sometimes I watch the garden channels that I follow, and I get so annoyed because I think, how did their gardens grow in just 1 week so abundantly? And now I'm experiencing exactly that. Beautiful. Oh, that was satisfying, guys. There you go. I made a curtain with a little bit of black tarpaulin, just wrapped it round, and hopefully that will keep the rain from getting into all those containers and making everything look mucky. And it also looks a little bit neater for now, I think. And now to tackle this mess. Let's just have a quick look. Do not fret about those white bags and the random butternut in the middle of the path there. They will be picked up shortly. But this is kind of how my brain works. Let's tackle this. I have no idea where I'm putting all those bags of compost and stuff. I had planned on putting it underneath the table, but we don't really have space. And so we have achieved our goal for this morning. There are no random red bags, no pot plant holders, no seedling trays, no random trellises, nozzles for hose pipes and all sorts of other things. We have put the tomato trellis in one of the beds, and I think I will grow some peas up them. And I know you're all wondering what I did with the bags of compost. Not ideal, but they are kind of undercover, a little bit sheltered, and the hydrangea are hopefully going to continue to grow. And obviously they're bags of compost and potting soil and rose starter, so they are not going to be around there forever. They are temporary, so I just pop them in the corner there with my poles. But all in all, it's looking neat and tidy, and I'm very happy with that. And the watering can in the distance over there has been strategically placed there. It is not still a mess. So I'm quite satisfied with that. Hopefully Rob will enjoy the tidiness as well. Our camellia bush that we planted in memory of Rob's dad is flowering and is looking gorgeous. So that is our family tradition. When we lose a loved one, we go out to a nursery and we find something to plant in memory of them. And I just wanted to show you this rose bush has bloomed again. How unusual is that? Isn't nature just fascinating? Well guys, that might have been a little bit less satisfying for you than it was for me, but I feel super good that I have cleaned up all the little bits and pieces lying around. Now when I get the view from my window every morning, I'm not going to see bags of compost and all sorts of things lying around, so that's going to be nice. Thank you for spending the time with me in my chaotic garden today. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic week going forward, and I'll see you again next week.